Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing my time. Doing my time. Got myself a problem.
from San Diego, it's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Sports World Radio. I am the host, Jeff Escow. We got another jam-packed show for you guys today. Going to have a lot of fun today. Gonna be a blast. So get ready. Don't forget, coming up at the bottom of the hour, I'm making the announcement right now, I don't care. Bottom of the hour, coming up. Yesterday we had Keith Pompey on from Philadelphia Inquirer, 76er beat writer. Today, we have Josh Cooper coming on the show from Puck Daddy Yahoo Sports. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Puck Daddy Yahoo Sports, Josh Cooper joining us at the bottom of the hour. So get ready for that. What do you say we get all the particulars out of the way and we get started with this another kick-ass sports talk radio show? That's right, we are back and better than ever, and I hope everybody's ready for another 2-hour sports journey. We do the show each and every Monday through Friday on SportsWorldRadio.com, 6 o'clock on the East, 3 o'clock on the West, and if you just happen to live in the Central,
figure it out for yourself.
That's right. Let's get all the particulars out of the way. Hey, listen, there's several ways to get in touch with us here on Sports World Radio or on the show at Sports World Radio or however you want to call it or say it. Here are the ways. You can come into our chat room over at Spreaker.com. Spreaker, Spreaker.com. Head on over there. If you don't have an account, it's free. Sign up. Get yourself a free account. Type in Sports World Radio. Click the live button. The show will go for you. If you're not listening to us on Sports World Radio already, then you don't have to click the live button. Just click the bubble all the way over to the right, and boom, you're in the chat room. And start chatting away. You don't want to do that? Head on over to Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. That's Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. And like our Facebook page and send us a message via Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio, twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio, and send us a message that way. You can also email us at swrshow@gmail.com, swrshow@gmail.com. And then the final way, if you're a Skype user, give us a call on Skype. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you can't do that today. We're not using our Skype one. The final way to get in touch with us is 619-822-2028, 619-822-2028 today, if you want to get in touch with us that way. Those are the ways to get in touch with us here at Sports World Radio. Don't forget, we got a contest going on. We're looking for a new intro for the show. 60 seconds long, no curse words. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann must be in there. 60 seconds long, no curse words. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann must be in there. Send it to contest@sportsworldradio.com. Send it to contest@sportsworldradio.com. And please, don't forget to sign up for our sports shorts. Remember, we record all the commercial break conversations that me and the guys have during the commercial breaks. I'm sticking them in a membership. And you can go and listen to every conversation we had. That's with everybody on the line. Head on over to sportsworldradio.com/SWR shorts. That's sportsworldradio.com/SWR shorts. And sign up today. And listen to every single conversation that we have during the commercial break. I'm telling you, sometimes the commercial breaks are funnier than the show. We come back laughing from the commercial breaks all the time. You guys have no idea what we're talking about. Now you can find out. Head on over to sportsworldradio.com/SWR shorts. and sign up today. With all that being said, what do you say, hey, we bring in that co-host of ours, Sean Mann, the Update Man. What's going on there, you rat bastard?
I'm doing well, Jeff, and welcome and good afternoon, everybody. It is Sports World Radio on this 11th of August, 2015. It's 8 minutes after the hour. Weather right now is about 94 degrees. We're going to have a few hot days. Like tomorrow, it's supposed to even get up to 100 degrees. Shout out to Josh Lopez. Shout out to Shaba and Myth. And, I'm sure other people are going to be coming along very soon. How are you, Jeff, and how's the weather out there?
Weather out here? The weather... I was trying to do something
gosh.
and I couldn't do it. The weather out here is great.
I know exactly what it was. Go ahead.
The weather out here is beautiful. I got the freaking air conditioner on. What do you expect, man? Okie dokie. The weather out here is fine.
Gosh, I understand. Good.
Josh loves it when I say that. I
have a feeling that you and Josh, when you guys Skype sometimes, you planned that out as a way to get after me, and I just take it with a grain of salt.
Josh and I were actually talking on Skype before you actually talked to Josh today. How about them apples?
Yeah, I know. He always wants to talk with me on Skype about whatever, but I understand that sometimes
before you
we all
had
got obligations.
Right. Well, before you had your production meeting today, me and Josh had our production meeting today.
Well, that helps. Okay. Can't always talk to Josh every day on Skype because I've got obligations.
It was kind of fun. Okie dokie. Hello, Val. It was kind of fun. You know what? Instead of saying it all the time, I just got to make the sound effects and put it in the sound effect button. And then Sean, listen, if I put it in the sound effect button and press the button, guess what? You don't get to hear it. So you would like that, right? You wouldn't get to hear me go, okie dokie. You wouldn't have to hear it.
I would just ignore it like I do now.
Well, you wouldn't have to hear it. Look, watch. You know what? I'll do a sound effect right now, and guess what? Neither one of us are going to hear the sound effect. There. I just hit it. No, I didn't hear it. Did you hear the sound effect?
I didn't hear anything.
Exactly. So I could take okie dokie and stick it in the sound effects box, press the button, and you'll never hear me do it. Watch. I'll press another sound effect. Watch. You won't hear it. You didn't hear that sound effect, did you? I didn't.
No.
I didn't either. I know. I didn't either. You know what? Here's a sound effect for Josh. He's going to like, you know what? This is what Josh does when we talk about the NBA. You didn't hear that sound effect, did you?
No.
I sure as hell didn't either.
I like to play with the controls. All right, 11 minutes after the hour, the first story we're going to get to today, Jeff, or if you're ready to go.
Let's do it, my friend. We got Josh Cooper coming on at the bottom of the hour from Yahoo Sports and Puck Daddy, so let's do it.
All right, there's trouble brewing in New York with the New York Jets locker room that ended with quarterback Geno Smith suffering a fractured jaw with a dispute over $600. Sources told NFL insider Adam Schefter, ESPN. Smith will miss at least 6 to 10 weeks with 2 fractures in his jaw, accepted a $600 plane ticket from Ike Emenpally to appear at the reserves linebackers football camp.
Is that what it was? Over $600?
Yes, and that's a rat bastard candidate.
Is that what it was? Over $600? That's why he punched him in his freaking jaw over $600?
Yes, it was a dispute over $600.
Gotta be kidding me.
That's why I've got the Yankee fan. Now it's a tough choice for this list that I've got for rat bastard candidates when we get there to Friday.
Well, the gentleman that punched.
It's a tough name to say.
Well, yeah.
Like, over $600? Are you serious?
Well, guess what? He got cut from the team. He's not on the team no more. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
So not only did you lose $600, you lost your job.
So now it's up to Ryan Fitzpatrick, who will take over for Geno Smith on opening day to be the Jets' starting quarterback, because Geno Smith gets punched in the jaw
at least
6 to 10 weeks out.
Yeah, 6 to 10 weeks out because he got punched in the jaw. Over $600. Really. Over $600 over the sum of $600, really.
Aaron Rodgers had some perspective over this incident that happened today. The reigning league MVP said he doesn't think the NFL needs to step in, but noted the sad state of the incident. He goes, quote, "It's unfortunate because anytime you hear about a sucker punch, that's like the worst thing you can think of, and obviously not a big sign of toughness.
Yeah, well, Incampali has got to be a major Rat Bastard candidate of the week, correct?
Yes, he will be on the list for Rat Bastard candidates. He came out and said this, Campali. He goes, quote, "I apologize to the New York Jets organization, coaches, teammates, and Jet fans." And he also said, quote, "Gino and I let our frustration get the best of us, but I should have just walked away from the situation. I deeply regret and apologize for my actions. It was never my intention to harm anyone. I appreciate the opportunity I had with the Jets."
Yeah, so he's done. He's done.
What is going on in this wide world of sports? Now we're seeing players that have gotten busted for rape.
That's the second quarterback that got into a fight this week so far.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because you've got
Right?
players getting busted for child abuse. You got players busted for rape. You got players busted for hitting their fiance fiance, which is with Ray Rice. Now you've got Geno Smith and a Jet player arguing over $600.
Yeah, it's you know what? The NFL now stands for the Now Fighting League.
That's despicable.
How about that? The Now Fighting League.
Just despicable that this league is not as fun as it used to be. Let's see. Shabba goes, maybe that guy could box Cam Newton for the heavyweight title.
I know, exactly. Going to be very, very interesting to see what happens in New York with the Jets. Now, I kind of like Ryan Fitzpatrick better than Geno Smith anyway.
Well, remember yesterday we were going over the teams yesterday. I think it was. It was yesterday. And the Jets were picked at rank number 27 that Josh sent for the story yesterday. The expectations, even for the Jets, even if Geno Smith hadn't gotten into this fight, were not supposed to be good, because the Jets were favored to possibly be a 7-9 or an 8-8 team, because they just don't have the quarterback capability. But here's what Seifert said, this ESPN writer. He says, with Ryan Fitzpatrick, the Jets just improved at quarterback.
I think so. And I said that to Josh when we were talking earlier.
It's all about experience. You know, Geno Smith is not even close to being there. What is it, like his third year in the league? And now you've got Ryan Fitzpatrick, who just signed and came over from the Houston Texans after last season. And he's got the experience, Jeff, to try to lead this Jets team maybe to the top, but it just depends. You know, the Jets have been going with one quarterback for a long time now, and they're wondering if Fitzpatrick can really lead this team.
I never thought he was going to be able to lead the team, to tell you the truth. I never thought that Geno Smith was the quarterback for the New York Jets. So him going down really doesn't affect me at all, because I didn't think he was the right quarterback for him anyway. I think they're actually in a better position with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
They are, and the fact that he's played in the AFC East and the fact that Ryan Fitzpatrick used to play for the Buffalo Bills is a boost for the Jets. But he has to be smart. He can't make a lot of mistakes. He can't throw interceptions like Geno Smith did last year in what was a disastrous season for the New York Jets and for the New York Jet fans. So now, you know, Geno Smith needs to learn his lesson too. I can't believe that you would just read the story about how a dispute over $600. It's just the NFL, is coming into the National Fighting League.
That's right, National Fighting League. That's what we're going to call them from now on, because it's ridiculous. Fights.
And I've watched the NFL for a long time, and I've grown up with it and knowing that all along that in the 90s it was a lot of fun. It was NFL at its best. But now in the teens, you've just seen it become players who are becoming criminals and fighting and just despicable action. Josh says, veteran injury-prone quarterback, they going to be stuck with Phil Simms' son.
That's pretty weird, huh?
Yes.
What else you got for me?
Let's see. The other news to report, as you all know, tomorrow is when Tom Brady and Roger Goodell will be going to federal court to talk with the judge. A judge is urging last-minute settlement talks between the NFL, the Players Union, and Tom Brady before a Wednesday hearing in the legal dispute over the superstar's quarterback suspension for using underinflated footballs. So now the fun begins. It's like let the games begin in federal court.
Right. Let the games begin because they can't figure it out for themselves.
So now you have to take it all the way to the highest court, the federal court, to discuss this situation if Brady can get that suspension reduced. If he doesn't, not the end of the world. He can just serve it and learn his lesson and just stop challenging it. But you knew Brady wasn't going to go away on this whole issue when he got suspended 4 games all the way back in the month of May. In a 457-page transcript released last week, Brady maintained his innocence in the scandal. He denied discussing air pressure levels with the ball, boys, or even thinking about how inflated the footballs were when he selected them. He also said he never asked anyone from the Patriots to tamper with footballs. As this thing just continues on and on for 7 months now.
Yeah, on and on and on. You know?
And I know everybody's tired of it, sick of it. I'll be just glad with whatever the jury decides from the federal court what the ruling will be. If Brady gets his suspension reduced, if it gets down to 0, or if he gets it reduced to maybe a game, who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
Listen, they're preparing. Listen, the Patriots are preparing for Brady to be there for the opening game. That's how they're preparing. Until further notice, that's how they're preparing. How about that?
I agree with it, and I believe that Tom Brady needs to be there. It's opening night. The Patriots do raise another banner to the rafters after the job they did in 2014, along with the other 3 Super Bowls they won in 2001, 2003, and 2004. And I have always liked what Bill Belichick stands for, about what he did. When Bill Belichick takes the podium a few weeks ago and he just tells the press, I don't want to talk about the issue anymore, I'm focusing on 2015. That's how great a coach Bill Belichick is, because he's been in this business for a long time. He knows how to handle situations. He's a heck of a coach.
Yeah, but he's preparing to have Brady there. He could find out by the end of this week that Brady's 4-game suspension is going to stay intact, and then Brady might as well not even practice, because if he's not going to play for 4 games, you got to get Garofalo every single snap he can get his hands on.
That's right, and the Patriots do play the Packers on Thursday night, so I know that when they all preseason and all season long, they'll be talking quite a bit about this. But for me, it's been frustrating for me as a Patriot fan, because this has been something that I wish never would have happened in the first place. It should never have happened, but you move on.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. Hey, Shaba, you're right about that. Shaba says the bottom line, neither the Jets nor the Bills have a quarterback. He's absolutely correct. But the Bills have Matt Castle and the Jets have Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And
how about that for quarterbacks in the AFC East? Ryan Fitzpatrick, okay, Matt Castle or EJ Manuel, okay, Tannehill in Miami, and Garofalo in New England. How about those for your starting quarterbacks at the beginning of the year? How about that?
It'll be totally different when the season starts. I first start off with the Buffalo Bills. We already know about what the Jets situation is, because today what happened with Geno Smith over dispute over $600. But with the Buffalo Bills, you know that Rex Ryan is the first-year head coach. So he knows very well that he's guaranteeing a Buffalo Bill playoff berth this year. But we'll always
he's not guaranteed.
You got to remember, every time the Bills get to 4-1 or 5-2, boom, they fold. Go ahead.
The Bills aren't guaranteed no playoff appearance at all. They have Matt Castle, EJ Manuel as their quarterback. Neither one of them are great quarterbacks. Ryan Fitzpatrick's now the quarterback for the Jets. Garofalo could be the quarterback of the Patriots, and Tannenhill's the quarterback of the Dolphins. I hate to say it, but if it comes true like that, and you know how I hate the word if, okay? That could come true. That's the worst 4 quarterbacks I've ever seen in any stinking division around. That would be terrible.
That would be.
Garofalo, Tannehill, Fitzpatrick, and Castle, AFC quarterbacks? That's disgusting. AFC East? That's terrible.
Because the way I look at it, too, that's why the division is totally the New England Patriots to win. Because, look, I know that Brady is most likely going to be out the first 4 games of the season. But when you consider how bad the rest of the AFC East is, New England would not be far behind. Because then when Brady comes back, the Patriots can start rolling like they did last year. You got to remember, they got blown out on Monday night, and they never looked back after that and kept rolling. That's what I could expect this year. They could go to 2-2, maybe 1-3. And, of course, 0-4. And I know the season could possibly be over, but you never, ever, ever count out number 12 and Tom Brady because he knows he can get it done in the clutch.
Yeah, that's an all-star division right there in the Canadian League. Way to go, Josh. I like that.
Well, we'll see what ends up happening.
Yeah, but if you know what? I hate to tell you something, Shaba. Don't matter how good Belichick is, okay? If he can't if Garofalo can't play the position, they ain't going to do a hill of beans. It doesn't matter. If Garofalo can't get the job done, they ain't going to win crap. It's that simple.
The way I look at it, though, too, with Belichick is that whatever the outcome is this season, Bill Belichick will not be fired as coach.
No.
You look at all the success he has brought to the New England Patriots.
No, that's not even a thought in their mind. No.
Just because of some stupid, idiotic sports writer that thinks that the Patriots cheated, which was a bunch of lies, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Hey, really quick, before we got about 5 minutes before we go to break. I don't know how many of you heard today, but Flip Saunders was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma. But he plans on coaching and running the team still.
I like Flip. Yes, my thoughts, Jeff, I like Flip Saunders. He's done a great job with the Minnesota Timberwolves. He did a great job with the Detroit Pistons. He's been in this business just like Belichick, even though we're doing opposite, even though we're talking different leagues. And he knows the NBA pretty well. So good for him that he keeps going. And my thoughts and prayers are with him and his family during this difficult stage.
Yeah, he's going to remain president of basketball operations and head coach. He announced today that he had been diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma and is currently undergoing chemotherapy treatment for what the doctors call a very treatable and curable form of cancer. The initial diagnosis came 8 weeks ago during an examination by Timberwolves Vice President of Team Medical Services Sheldon Burns. Saunders immediately started the treatment process with a medical team at the Mayo Clinic. So he's going to continue to run basketball operations and be the head coach. So we'll see what happens there. It's going to be very interesting. I duplicate what Sean says. All my prayers and everything go to Flip Saunders. I like Flip Saunders. He's a really good guy. I like him a lot. Good guy. Really good guy.
Hello?
Hey, don't say that. We're in the middle of the show, man. Really good guy. I like Flip Saunders. Hello? I know.
Yeah. I had some we had some. Never mind. Anyway, yes, Flip Saunders has done a great job with the NBA, and I've had a lot of respect for him. In other NBA news, in 27 minutes after the hour, United States basketball chairman Jerry Colangelo expects LeBron James to play next summer, despite the Cavaliers star not practicing with Team USA this week.
Yeah,
Jerry Colangelo says he knows he has a spot.
Yeah, they're holding a spot for him.
Yeah.
Who is he, God? Holding a spot for him. Get the hell out of here.
Because they, with Jerry Colangelo, he's probably saying he's played in the NBA for a long time. He's been to 6 NBA finals. He's been MVP. He knows he's going to have a spot, and he's going to be joining Team USA for the Olympics.
Maybe he'll get hurt. How about that? Because I'm going to tell you something. They don't need him on the team to win. I'm just saying. They don't need him on the team to win. Maybe he'll get hurt. I like to see, you know what? You know what I want to see happen? This is a mean thing to say. But we're not LeBron fans here, so, and the only person who can get anybody in trouble is me, and I'm going to say it, so I guess I can't get in trouble. It's a mean thing to say, but I'm going to say it anyway because everybody here is tired of seeing LeBron on the court in the finals and doing his thing. So, what do you say? LeBron James happens to have. I want the same thing to happen to LeBron James that happened to Paul George.
Oh.
Is that a mean thing to say?
You're being opinionated.
Oh, I'm being mean, I guess, because because if LeBron James goes down for the season like Paul George did for Indiana, Cleveland ain't going to the freaking playoffs. Hey, let's run to a commercial break. You're listening to Jeff Escow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
Which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, joining us now, we promised to you guys at the top of the show, and he is here with us. Joining us right now is Josh Cooper, Yahoo Sports of Puck Daddy Yahoo Sports. Josh Cooper, welcome to the show.
Okay. Sorry, hello?
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the show, Josh.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Hey, we appreciate you spending some time with us today. We really appreciate that. Let me ask you something really quick. With all the stuff that's going on in the NHL, with Bettman doing expansion, does Las Vegas pretty much seem the place where the team is going to go? And if so, will they be allowed to bet on games in Las Vegas?
I think that is the location, or at least one of the locations that teams are going to go. I'm not sure how it's all going to play out, just because I think the NHL wanted Seattle to be the other team, but it's looking like that's not going to happen. So, I don't know. That's a tough call. In terms of the betting aspect of it, I don't really know how that's all going to work out. But I do think that Las Vegas will get a team. I think they want Seattle. It sounds like it's going to be Quebec City that's going to come in with them as well. But, I just don't know, just because, again, I think Seattle was sort of one of the teams that they thought was going to happen, and now it may not.
So it's either going to be Seattle or Las Vegas. It's not going to be two teams?
It's going to be Las Vegas for sure, and I just don't know if it's going to be Seattle or Quebec City. I mean, Seattle didn't put in its expansion application on time, but Quebec City did. But I just don't know if the NHL really wants Quebec City as much as it wanted Seattle. I don't know if it's going to take Quebec City just to get two teams in there to go in there with Las Vegas.
Okay. Because and the betting aspect and now for the Las Vegas team is really throwing me off, because the team in Las Vegas, you can't bet on that team on the board. The team doesn't not go on the board. Is that correct?
I'm not sure. That's not something I've really looked into. But I'm pretty sure the league has tried to formulate different ways of how it would work out, even with the gambling element of it as well.
Okay. Sean?
My question to you is, will Seattle get a hockey team eventually for the foreseeable future?
I don't know, just because they didn't put in their expansion application on time, but at the same token, I think the league really wants Seattle. There's still some rumblings that it could happen. I think that they like Seattle more than Quebec City, but again, I think that there are just some questions about that market, not just about the expansion application, but also the fact that the arena or the proposed arena would be in a suburb and not actually in Seattle. So I think that's sort of the problem there, is that the NHL always seems to like to have teams in within sort of the downtown area of cities, just because of some of the issues that have happened with other teams that haven't been there. So I think that's kind of the major issue. But yeah, I mean, I think that's sort of how they look at it, is trying to make sure that that arena, if it does happen, would be downtown and not out in the suburbs. But again, they also have to get an expansion application as well, because they didn't do that in time.
Right. Right. If you're just joining us, Josh Cooper, Puck Daddy, Yahoo Sports, is with us talking some hockey. Hey, Josh, you're up in L.A., and I know that, so I'm sure you're paying attention to this. What's going on with the L.A. Kings and Mike Richardson's with the grievance for the long term? What's going on there?
What's going on right now is the PA filed a grievance. The Kings tried to terminate Richards' contract for a material breach. Really, there's been no official explanation as to why, though there have been some reports that had to do a border crossing situation involving prescription painkillers. But again, we just don't know exactly what's going on there. So I think it's going to take a little while to figure it out. My guess is that there's some settlement that happens, but I do think that, it's kind of a sticky situation between the Kings trying to avoid the contract, essentially, and the PA trying to, rightfully so, defend its player, just because, let's say the contract does get voided, then basically you can just say, hey, this guy is fat, I'm going to cut his contract. And all of a sudden it opens a can of worms in the NHL that really would be to the major detriment of the players in the league.
A question from one of our listeners. Which coach from the NHL is on the hot seat?
I'd say Claude Julien right now. I mean, he was on the hot seat at the end of last year with Boston, and the Bruins did absolutely nothing to improve the team. In fact, they got a lot worse. So I would say him, just based. I mean, that's not going to be a good team. He was already in trouble, and I don't know what type of expectations management has for that team. It'll be way worse next year, and I just don't see them getting any better. And again, it's one of those situations where he's almost being set up to fail, which is a bad situation for him just in general.
Seems like Patrick Kane's in a little bit of trouble in Chicago. What's going on over there?
Yeah, there's some sort of investigation going on in Buffalo in regards to Kane and I guess what they say is a rape investigation. We're not 100% positive in terms of what has happened there or transpired, but sounds like kind of a difficult and messy situation. And again, I mean, we don't have any sort of major facts here other than that there is an investigation at the moment, which doesn't sound super promising. But then again, who knows what's going to happen there.
The producer says, who will be the most improved team?
Who will be the most improved team?
That's what our producer's asking, I guess, yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
I guess, yeah, our producer of the show wants to know who's going to be the most improved NHL team this year.
Well, that is a good question. I look at the realm of the league, and I don't really see teams making major improvements. I see teams in a lot of ways making steps back. I mean, like, for example, the Chicago Blackhawks, to me, taking a really large step back with some of the salary cap moves that they had to make and various other things. Maybe I'd go with the Buffalo Sabres just based off of that. They got Jack Eichel in the draft. They got Ryan O'Reilly. They got a goaltender. I mean, they're going to be pretty solid. I think the Calgary Flames are probably going to take a step forward with Dougie Hamilton on defense. To me, those are sort of the two teams that are going to get better. And, of course, the Edmonton Oilers, just because they're now going to have Connor McDavid, the hockey savior, on their team.
All right, so I have another question for you. Our co-host here is a big, huge Boston Bruins fan. What do you see for them this upcoming season?
The Bruins,
Yeah.
I very much see them taking a massive step back. Sorry, but I don't like the moves they made this summer. I think they got a lot worse. I don't understand their thought process about it. I mean, look, Chicago's going to be worse next year, but at least they have potential to still be okay because they filled their roster with NHL-level players. The Bruins just decided to go on a major, major rebuild, and they were still kind of a good team and had some good pieces, and a lot of the moves they made, to me, made very little to no sense. I mean, signing Matt Bolesky for 5 years, I don't get that at all. I mean, essentially they replaced Milan Lucic.
My question
Matt
to you
Bolesky,
is...
who's only scored 20 goals once in a year. So I think they're going to be a lot worse. I don't see them being very good next year.
Okay, Sean, now go. Oh, looks like we lost Sean. You still with me there, Josh?
I'm still here.
Okay. I'm the Ranger fan in the house. What do you see for the Rangers this year?
I'm sorry?
I'm the Ranger fan in the house. What do you see for the Rangers this year?
I think they're going to be pretty good. I like a lot of the moves they made this summer. I mean, nothing super flashy really, but I mean they were able to keep a lot of the guys they needed to keep. I mean, re-signing Derek Stepan was a big thing for them. I did like the Jarrett Stoll signing. I mean, I don't think it's going to change anything major for them, but I think it at least sort of keeps them. They're deep down the middle. I mean, they're strong on D. They still have Henrik Lundqvist in goal, who's arguably the best goaltender in the NHL, and they're still going to be a really good team. So I definitely see the Rangers contending next season. And on top of that, they lost Marty St. Louis, which, in some ways was a really good thing for them because he was becoming so unproductive for them. So I think overall they're going to probably be a favorite in the Eastern Conference next year.
Do you believe that you like the Winter Classic games? Do you like them?
I think they're a little too East Coast centric, but I think they do the trick in terms of getting money for the NHL and getting some TV ratings and getting some exposure in the middle of the hockey season and giving hockey fans something to look forward to. I mean, would I prefer them being kind of radical and different and crazy? Yes, but that's not the point of them. The point of them is to make money and get TV ratings, and that's what the Winter Classic is for. And the Stadium Series is a bit more of the sort of radical event, if you will, to try to figure out, try to, I guess, soothe the hockey fan who likes kind of weirder outdoor events that may not be as traditional.
Josh Cooper here with us on Sports World Radio from Yahoo Sports and Puck Daddy. Hey, Josh, we are not fans here of Gary Bettman. We haven't liked what he's done with the NHL so far. Your opinion on Gary Bettman?
Well, I mean, regardless of the lockouts and everything else, the league is a pretty well-run business. They're making a lot of money these days, and yeah, like any sports league, they have problems. But I think that his job is to make it a very well-run business, and I don't think you can deny that. Does he have his faults? Of course, all commissioners do. But I think at the end of the day, I mean, you look at how much money the league is making, some of the deals they've made, the MLB.com or the Major League Baseball media deal that just happened. These are all really, really good deals for the league and good for the bottom line, and that's his job is to do that.
My question to you is, do you think that Quebec will get a new hockey team?
I don't know, just because I don't know if Seattle is going to come in at the last second with a potential deal. Maybe yes, maybe no. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Hey, Josh, we want to thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate your time, and hopefully during the hockey season we'll get you to come on in again.
No worries. Anytime, guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Josh. There goes Josh Cooper of Puck Daddy Yahoo Sports, hanging out with us here for some time on Sports World Radio. We are going to run to our quarter of the hour break here on Sports World Radio. You're listening. Actually, it's our update, isn't it, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're going to run to our update here on Sports World Radio, which is brought to you by The Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and get your flipper today and never, ever touch your toilet seat ever again. It's the Flipper, and it's at flipperflipper.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the final update of the day, the first update of the day.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff. 43 minutes after the hour in Major League Baseball tonight, here's the action. The Athletics at the Blue Jays, Yankees at the Indians, Rockies at the Mets, Red Sox at Marlins, Braves at Rays, Brewers at the Cubs. MLB Network will feature the Tigers at the Royals, Angels at White Sox, Rangers at Twins, Pirates at Cardinals, Phillies at Diamondbacks, Orioles at the Mariners, Nationals at the Dodgers, Reds at Padres, and lastly it'll be the Astros taking on the Giants. In the NFL, Geno Smith will be out 6 to 10 weeks because he got smacked in the jaw over a dispute over $600. So now Ryan Fitzpatrick will be named starting quarterback. In other big news in the NFL, the Browns have discussed the possibility, ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe I'm saying this, of signing Ray Rice. That's right, Ray Rice may possibly end up being a Cleveland Brown. Tomorrow, Tom Brady and Roger Goodell will appear in federal court to meet with the judge to discuss this Deflategate situation, which has Brady suspended for 4 games. If Brady can win this situation with federal court, Brady will get his suspension reduced. If not, it will stay at 4 games. I'm Sean Mann for the first of 2 updates for Sports World Radio. This update is brought to you by the Flipper. Go to flipperflipper.com and never, ever have to touch your toilet seat ever again. When we come back from this commercial break and update, more sports talk with Jeff Eskow and Sean Mann, followed by at the top of the hour, Josh Lopez and Frank Sprankle will be coming on.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. We're going to get Josh Lopez in here in just a minute to do some Skippy Bayless Bash Hour, I guess. I'm just trying to find him on my Skype right now. Sometimes it gets to be a pain because I'm using mine, not the show Skype. So it's a little harder to find everybody on mine. What do you got for me, Sean?
All right, the Browns, as I pointed out in the update, they have discussed this too. Quote, I'm not going to say it didn't come up in discussion, but at this point we're not there yet. Cleveland coach Mike Pettine told Sports Illustrated on the possibility of the Cleveland Browns signing and bringing in Ray Rice.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
You have Ray Rice and Johnny Manziel playing together. That would be the possibility to improve the Cleveland Browns team.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
That's not right. Josh, call in, will you? Something's going on here.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not working right. Okay. Yeah, it's not working right. Would you just call in, Josh? It'd be easier that way.
The Browns won't be good anyway, even if they look at possibly getting Ray Rice. So that happens, then the question is, can Ray Rice be back in shape?
I don't think he's gonna. That's something I can do about that, bro. There's nothing I can do about that. I don't think he's gonna do anything over there anyway.
Yeah.
Tell you, you know.
In other news in the NFL draft is expected to return to Chicago in 2016.
Hey, Josh.
What's up, Humps?
How you doing, Humpty Hump Hump?
I'm good.
So, doing okay.
Josh Lopez, program director, producer of the show, joining us like he does every freaking day here on Sports World Radio. What's up, Humpy?
I'm doing good, folks. How you guys doing?
Good. How'd you like that interview?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Big Wind is in the house, I see.
Yes, he is.
So, Josh, I questioned you at 50 minutes after the hour. The Cleveland Browns are exploring a possibility to bring in Ray Rice in Cleveland.
Why not? They got a drunk guy in there. Might as well bring somebody who beats his wife.
It don't matter. They're not making the playoffs either way.
I know I'll get in trouble for saying that, but who cares?
And other news, like I pointed out, Jeff, the NFL draft will be in Chicago next year.
I know. They're going to do it again in Chicago. I heard that this morning. What's up with that, man?
Hey, why not? Anything's better than L.A. or New York.
You went last year, right?
I didn't get to go to participate in the events, but I did walk around the area and take a bunch of pictures.
Yeah, you
I
walked
think we
around
remember
there.
that one show where I had the conference call with Sean, and I actually showed him video of the actual draft and stuff. You remember that, buddy?
Yeah, I remember.
Hey, what do you know from Chicago, Frank? You live in Bumblebee, Indiana.
I would say the actual Bumble, you know what, but we're not in sports shirts yet.
Bumblebee, Indiana.
You're a proud native of Illinois.
Yeah, you live in Blue Bayou, Indiana.
Cajun country.
Cajun
Wherever.
Hey, Frank, how's that shag carpet coming? I love busting his chops when he doesn't have a microphone. It's so much fun.
So Chicago Mayor Emanuel said in an interview at the Carmen and Jerko show on ESPN 1000, goes, quote, "We are going to do the same places. Everything is going to be the same. Grant Park, the Auditorium Theater. We made the investments already and upgraded, so we'll continue to do it there. The NFL is happy."
Well, this being for a native that actually lives in the city right now, unlike Frank, who's on the border of Chicago, Rob Emanuel hasn't done that great a job when it comes to like real world issues in Chicago. But I do give him credit for this. He really does want to put Chicago as a big major city. He's made efforts to try to get more major events here. I think they did a great job presenting the NFL draft in Chicago this year. The setup and the draft town was beautiful. It made the city look good. A lot of excitement in the town. I was proud of Chicago to see that moment. Yeah, they did have a little skedaddle here with that guy, Peter O'Reilly, going back and forth running to different buildings to get the draft picks. But I thought it was pretty cool, and I think it's cool that they're trying to bring some more stuff to Chicago. I don't know, in this deal, will Rob Emanuel try to convince Roger Goodell of a Super Bowl here or a Pro Bowl? But I don't know. I think it's pretty cool, actually.
Look at Frank, man. Both my parents were born in Chicago. My parents were married in Chicago. I was born across the state line. That's right. You were born in freaking Indiana, you freaking hump. Carpet's great. Painting next. Shaba says, maybe Ray and Johnny can get together at a casino and get hammered, and Indiana is not Cajun country.
Who cares? It's all the same.
Well, no, because Shaba lives in Cajun country. That's why he's saying that.
Yeah, I was just making a joke. Quarter bond, quarter whatever.
What did you call it? The blueberry or the
bumblebee?
Yeah, the blue bumblebee. Yeah, the blue bumblebee. That's. I was born in. Illinois, Indiana, same freaking crap. Okay, you rat bastard. So you don't live in Chicago. You live in Indiana.
You live in Blue, Indiana. I actually live in Cook County. I'm
Blue,
right
Indiana?
by Chicago and Western Avenue.
Blue, Indiana?
Yeah, that's what he said. Blue, Indiana.
Blue. Like BLUE. Blue.
Yeah.
Blue, Indiana. The hell kind of a name is that? It's a color for Jiminy Cricket's sakes.
Yeah, Blue Rising Sun, Indiana.
Blue Rising Sun, Indiana. What does he lives in? Does he live in Indian country? Rising Sun?
He did say. Frank did mention I grew up in Cook County.
Blue Rising Sun, Indiana.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna get in trouble with all the Native Americans. Man, I'm having a bad day today, ain't I?
Bayou.
The blue bayou. I like blue bumblebee better.
Big chubby blue wind at ya.
The big chubby blue wind at Yahoo.com. That's funny. I like that. Hey, big chubby blue wind at Yahoo.com. Did you sign up for our Pro Football Pick'em League? No. Well, listen. If anybody wants to play in our Pro Football Pick'em League, send an email to swrshow@gmail.com, and in the subject title, just put Pick'em League, and I'll send you the invitation, you rat bastards.
Hey, Frank, have you seen our buddy from LaPorte, Indiana? Mr. Express?
Yeah, Mr. Express. This is an express version of Sports Talk Show today. I'm going to play music and talk about my family. What? No, you're supposed to talk about sports, you jackass. You know what I was watching over the weekend?
Blue Bloods.
No, besides that.
Big Brother.
No, besides that. Happy Gilmore.
Oh, wow.
Happy Gilmore, when the guy pops up out of the sand trap and goes, jackass. Right? That's why I say it. That's why.
Bob Barker.
Yeah, that's
I love
what.
that
Right.
movie.
During the Bob Barker scene. That's why I say it like that, because of that guy.
Hey, Sean, you remember that movie, right? Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Yes,
When the guy keeps calling Happy Gilmore a jackass, he goes, jackass.
One of my other favorite ones was Billy Madison.
Billy, I didn't like Billy Madison so much.
I like the chicken there, that's why.
Yeah, I didn't like. Okay, if it's for me, tell him I'm free. I didn't like the Billy Madison so much. You know.
How about Waterboy?
I liked Waterboy.
I used to do that big scream you used to do before you go tackle somebody. I would try it now, but I don't want to throw my throw out.
No, and I don't want you to hurt my ears. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Brian with Good Morning?
Oh. Good morning.
I used to have to take my headphones off.
My headphones would actually shake from within when he did that.
I take my headphones off and I put them on the desk. I'd hear him do it, and then I put them back on my head when he was done. Because I can't stand that. That's just way too.
You know who else lives in Indiana?
Who?
Ryan Stick-a-Blazing.
Well, you know what? Okay. And so does Brian, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. What I'm about to say, exclude Frank.
Okay.
Okay, Frank does not.
He's disqualified.
He's disqualified from this comment I'm about to make.
All right.
Indiana, the land of losers. Frank's disqualified from that statement right there. Okay? I can't believe you got two schmucks. You know what? Those two schmucks should do a show together.
Oh, God.
How about that? Those two morons should do a show together, I think. I think that would be kind of fun. And I know people have no idea who we're talking about, which is kind of funny.
Before we head into the
Top of the hour break. Yeah.
Don't forget tomorrow we're talking to Adam Klung. Is that right?
Adam Klug.
Adam Klug from the Doug Gottlieb show.
That's right.
The
Tomorrow.
show Jeff likes a lot.
That's right. Tomorrow, right after the quarter-hour break tomorrow, Adam Klug, the producer of the Doug Gottlieb show.
Yeah, the glue.
Yeah, the glue. That's right, the glue. Kind of like our glue, our producer, Josh. Like if he was going to go be interviewed on another show. The producer of Doug Gottlieb show, Adam Klug, is going to be on our show tomorrow at 6:45 Eastern, 3:45 Western. And if you live in the mountains,
who cares?
Who cares?
All right, let's run to our top of the hour break. I guess we're going to have the big wind, Frank Sprankle from the Blue Bayou, coming on in to talk to us after the break on the top of the hour. You're listening to Jeff Escott, Showman, and Josh Lopez on
Sports World Radio.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escott, Show Man, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk right here on SportsWorldRadio.com each and every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. in the East, 3 p.m. in the West. And if you live in the Central,
Stand up for yourself.
I love it all. I love it all. I did that on purpose. I did that on purpose because I knew all 3 of you were going to say something.
And I said something first.
That's right. Frank Sprankle joining us like he does each and every Tuesday and Thursday in the second hour of the show. Josh Lopez, producer of the show and the glue of Sports World Radio, on the lines with us. And, of course, the co-host, Sean Mann, the update man. What? Okie dokie. How's it going, buddies? How's it going, Frankie?
Hey, I'm doing well. You know what? I got to tell you, being here is going to, this next hour is going to feel like 15 minutes.
I'm telling you
something.
something.
Fly by, man.
I'm telling you. We had Keith Pompey on yesterday from the Philadelphia Inquirer, who covers the 76ers, okay? We had him on for a half hour yesterday. The show was so damn fast. Josh looked up and said, holy moly, we got to go. The show's over already. That's how fast, though. I had no idea the show was over. Shows go
by the
fast,
way, speaking of the NBA, the schedule comes out today.
Oh, does
That's
it really?
Right. It comes out today. And by the way, there have been some schedule hints. and it involves Christmas. Now I know, Jeff, you're Jewish. You celebrate Hanukkah, but Christmas Day there's no Knicks. No Knicks on Christmas Day.
That's because they're giving us people a rest from watching that crap.
Exactly. Hey, but the Bulls play the Thunder on Christmas Day. That I know.
Okay, they're giving me a break so I don't have to be pissed off on Christmas Day. Plus, you want to know?
Thanksgiving, Frank?
Plus, you want to know something? If the Knicks play on Christmas Day, they're usually the morning game, and I never get to see it anyway because I'm sleeping in.
Okay, but there's no Knicks on Christmas Day.
Okay, so I won't miss that game. What time's the first game start on Christmas Day? 12:30 Eastern?
Typically, I can tell you in the Central it's 11. Typically, it's 11 Central, which would be noon Eastern, which where you are, it's 9 a.m.
9 a.m., yeah. That's what I'm doing.
Wait, I thought on Christmas, then you go to the beach.
Yeah, but I don't wake up at 9 a.m. to go to the beach. When I wake up, then I go to the beach. So if I don't wake up till 2 o'clock in the afternoon, then I go to the beach.
I don't know. What time is the schedule coming out? Is it 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock?
We'll figure out when it comes out.
Because I'm excited about seeing the schedule. I really am.
At least you're excited about something, for Jiminy Cricket's sakes.
Jiminy Cricket's like, I'm excited about the Cubs.
Hey, how's that?
Talk about that after the bath shower.
Hey, how's that shag carpet treating you?
Oh, the shag carpet feels great. Man, it's smooth. Oh, and you know what? Painting's coming next. Carpeting now, painting next.
What color What color are you painting it?
I think it's called a Caravan, which is a beige color. I had no idea Caravan was more than a vehicle.
Caravan? That's a nice color.
So you're familiar with colors, which I'm not. I know it as beige and white.
I painted houses for 20 years. What the hell's the matter with you?
I didn't know that.
I'll come out there and paint your house.
Cool. You want to do that? Hey, trust me, dude. You can do that. Hey, you know what? I'll feed you. Of course, it will be... But you don't mind cooking for me, would you?
What? You want me to
paint? You don't mind cooking for me because I can't cook.
You want me to paint your house and cook for you, bitch?
Dude, there's a nice commission in for you.
What's up, soccer fan 11? Welcome to Sports World Radio.
I've always wanted to try your cooking.
I'll tell you something. You better find me abroad.
Hey, you better find me 2 broads.
You know what? Screw that. I'm going to go call Josh and hang out with him. I'm going to go hang. He'll find me abroad in 2 seconds.
No, come on, dude. Just hang around me. See how
you're too old.
Attractive I am, and then I'll have all the broads coming by me.
Hey, Josh, should I bring my earplugs with me?
Yes. I had my headphones with me when I was there.
That's funny.
Well, I'll be seeing the big win soon anyway. Isn't that right?
Yeah, we're going to Wrigley sometime over the next month.
Cool.
To see a pretty darn good team called the Chicago Cubs.
Nice.
Indeed, 4-game sweep of the San Francisco Giants, 2.5 games up in the second wild card spot, which I love immensely. Hey, Sean, what do you think about that?
Hey, my nephew's in the house. What's up, Ronnie? How's it going there, little man? Well, not so little anymore.
It's pretty cool, Frank. Glad you're going to have a good time and go.
So, Frank, you're going to paint the house? You're going to paint the inside of your house?
Actually, I do paint. I don't know how to paint. I don't even know how to cook.
So what are you painting, the inside or the outside?
It's the inside, just the inside. The outside's taken care of. Trust me, this house is going under a massive renovation. New carpeting, new hardwood floors, new paint, you name it.
New hardwood floors. What are you putting? Carpeting over the hardwood floors?
Yes, we are.
Oh, my God.
We want the best of both worlds.
Jesus criminy. And
you know what's going to be called?
I think you should paint the house Caravan. I think you should paint it Navajo.
What's Navajo? Is that an Indian? I know you guys were talking about Indian culture. Is Navajo an Indian name?
Navajo's a better color than Caravan, in my opinion.
All right. Who cares about the Indians? Let's get back to why people are listening to this freaking.
Yeah, who cares about painting too?
Well, we got to give them a little bit about ourselves.
They can figure it out for themselves.
Is your dad listening to the show today, Josh?
I'm not sure.
I can hear him in the background. Tell him I said hello.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad.
Well, it's better than the singing.
Hey, I know. Yeah, the other day, me and Josh were hanging out, and I could have sworn I was at a karaoke place watching a basketball game in a restaurant.
Wait, in the summer?
Yeah, I could have sworn I was sitting at a basketball game listening to somebody sing karaoke while I was at a restaurant. I could have sworn. All the noise that was going on, that's
hello,
what it
Jeff's
sounded like.
nephew. Hello, Mr. Soccer fan.
Yeah, that's my nephew right there. I could have sworn. I thought that's what I was hearing in the background. I was pretty crazy. All right, Sean, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
Boy, there's a lot of enthusiasm
I
there.
know, Sean. What the hell?
I'm cool.
No, you're not. This is Sports World Radio, not.
Sean, do it the correct way, please.
Yeah, I've heard you do. Yeah, I've heard you do it. Yeah, you've been so excited about it.
I think I threw him off by doing okie dokie.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
Dude, you sound like a drunken hobo doing
He's
that.
drinking his wine. Leave him alone. He's drinking his wine. Let him chill out. It was a tough day for him hanging out with his family.
Oh, really? Oh, I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Yeah, his family's been in town for several days. I'm sure he has not had a good night's sleep since they've been in town. Am I right about
True.
that, buddy?
True.
There you go. There you go. Because they're sleeping in his room. He's probably sleeping on the couch or the floor.
Couch.
See?
Correct.
There you go. So he hasn't had a good night's sleep in weeks. So the guy's a little, plus he's working, he's doing this crap. The guy's a little tired. I understand.
And I'm not tired?
Hey, listen. That's a different tired.
Yeah.
That's a different kind of tired. All right, let's get going there, Mr. Joshy.
All right. Skippy Bayless said, for those who never listened to Sports World Radio before, we have our big win do a certain particular buzz sound.
Yeah,
So
let's
for
demonstrate.
example-
Let's demonstrate.
For example, when I say Skippy Bayless says my, Frank goes,
Oh, wait, no, I got a good idea. Demonstrate. Okay, whatever.
All right.
There's always an electric shock. I got a good idea. Josh, go into a sentence as if you are giving an actual Skip Bayless quote, and
Yeah.
I'll follow up.
all right, let's do it. Skippy Bayless said that my. No,
What more do you want?
grasshoppers, buddy.
Hey, I don't want. Hey, Sean.
What?
Sean, I don't want no little lilt at the end. What's with that? What the hell is that?
It's a.
Okay, you okay.
Grasshoppers.
You have yours on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Frank has his on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Well, it sounds like he's going to the bathroom when he does his.
I know.
When he does his shots.
I know. I love
I'll
it.
take that as a compliment.
I know. I love it. I love it. I love it.
That'll wake Sean up.
All right, let's get into the real shindig. Let's do it. Skippy Bayless said that my.
And so the torture begins.
It still sounds like a bathroom. Go ahead.
My New York Jets will miss the playoffs this year.
They would have missed the playoffs with or without their freaking quarterback. It doesn't matter.
So, hey, Skippy, so now you're a Jets fan all of a sudden? Shaking my head. Wow.
They
Frank,
would have
what do you-
missed.
What do Patriot fans think about that?
Even if Geno Smith was their starting quarterback, they wouldn't have made the playoffs anyway. So
And
what's
how about
the
this,
difference?
Frank? Gino's going to be out 6 to 10 weeks because of a $600 dispute.
Now, let's just get to the next quotes.
Well, Frank, I got to hear Frank's
No,
perspective. What do you think?
Josh is right.
Let's save all the other topics until after the bash hour.
Oh, for cripe's sake. Get to the next one. Here we go.
Skippy Bayless said that my. My New York Yankees need to get their stuff together.
That's funny, Skippy, because it just appears to me that your New York Yankees got swept by the Blue Jays and will lose to the Indians, you idiot.
Get him, Sean. Get him. Go, get him.
They have not played good ball. Okay, so they went on like the hottest month, which was July. What have they done lately? They got swept by the Blue Jays, Frank, and I even thought this was
They
gonna
got
happen.
swept. I know. I was paying attention to that series during the weekend, and the fact is, the Blue Jays, ever since they made these trades in which I thought it was really gonna turn their team around, they have really played some pretty good baseball.
Skippy Bayless said that he could beat Randy Orton in a RKO contest.
I'm not a big
He
Randy
doesn't
Orton
even
fan.
he doesn't even know how to put the RKO on anybody, Skip. You don't even know how to do that.
Oh, Lord.
Look, I'm not a big Randy Orton fan. I do think Randy Orton sucks, but I wouldn't mind seeing
Give me
Randy
a
Orton
break.
put the RKO on Bayless.
Have you seen what he's been doing over the last 3 months? And you say he sucks? You're crazy.
Dude, I never liked him when he came in.
Way better than Mikey Whipwreck at Jabroni. Skippy Bayless said that he said my Dallas Cowboys will rock on this opening preseason week of football.
What's that going to prove?
Who gives a flying fig Newton?
Well, come on, Jeff. You got to see the Cowboys win every game this year, including preseason.
1.
What's that going to prove?
Nothing. Not a hill of beans. Absolutely. And you want to know something? I bet you Tony Romo don't even play.
I bet you he doesn't play in the last preseason game.
I bet you he doesn't play in this one neither.
He's got to play in some preseason games.
He's going to play in 2 and 3, and that's it.
Skippy Bayless said that the Green Bay Packers are not my Dallas Cowboys, and people need to stop overrating them.
I'm surprised he didn't say my to Dallas to the Green Bay Packers as well. He likes to say my in front of every single team and city.
He's not a fan of Aaron Rodgers.
No, they're better than your Dallas Cowboys.
That is true.
They're better than your Dallas Cowboys, you dumbass. And we got a Dallas Cowboy fan in the house, sitting in the chat room right now. Like my nephew's here. He's a Cowboys fan. He said on this very air when he was here in San Diego, Cowboys will not win a Super Bowl as long as Tony Romo is their quarterback.
I'm a witness to that.
Hey, memo to Tony Romo, and memo to Skip Bayless. Where is Tony Romo's MVP? Where is the Super Bowl ring? Oh, yeah, Aaron Rodgers has it.
Skippy Bayless said that he's not a fan of John Cena's U.S. Open Challenge. He would like to have the inaugural Skip Bayless Open Challenge.
Well, I'm right. Well, I'm right here, bitch. I'm right here.
Sits there in his studio and he continues to keep on waiting.
I'm not going anywhere. Hey, Skip. Anytime.
Yep.
Anytime, Skip. Hashtag anytime, Skip. Anytime, bitch.
He's
wherever.
afraid to debate, and he's afraid that he'll be watching Frank and I eat popcorn and have burgers and brats.
Any place, anytime. It don't matter. I'm going to make you look like a fool.
Wait, hasn't Skip Bayless been offering these debates and various challenges for how long now?
Yes, you know what? He's got a big mouth that his body just can't cash.
On that note, we have to go to the quarter after hour break.
You're listening to Jeff Escow Show, man. Josh Lopez and Frank Sprankle on
Sports World Radio.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow New Way to Workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in a wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Now, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Hey, if you guys haven't signed up yet for our sports shorts, head on over to SportsWorldRadio.com. SportsWorldRadio.com/SWR shorts. Sign up today and find out what me and the guys are talking about during the commercial breaks. SportsWorldRadio.com/SWR shorts. All right, Josh, let's get back to Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
Skippy Bayless said that the NFL draft should not be in Chicago. It should be in Dallas.
Figures. It figures he would say that because it's in Jerry World, and anything he wants always wants to be in Jerry World.
Get him, Sean. Attack.
Get him.
Frank, what would you think about that? The NFL draft in Dallas, and you too, Josh. What do you think of that?
Too bad, so sad. Dallas lost, Chicago wins. Don't like Texas that much.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on, Sean. I love Dallas. I'm a big Jerry Jones fan.
No comment. Next quote.
See people here wearing cowboy hats and boots. This is Chicago.
Skippy Bayless said that he is the Albert Einstein of sports talk.
That just made no sense whatsoever.
It's a simple sentence, Frank. He
Frank
said that Skip Bayless is the Albert Einstein of sports talk. How does that not make sense? It's a sentence.
Albert Einstein, what does that have to... So is he a genius? Is that what
That's what he's
trying to say?
That's exactly,
Genius.
yes. That's exactly what he's trying to say, Frank. Yeah. See, you figured it out all by yourself.
Frank, are you sitting there shaking your head about the whole thing?
I figured out what makes Skip Bayless a genius.
Hey.
We figured out he's anything but.
Hey, Shaba, you're absolutely right. Shaba says the draft in Dallas would be a money loser. They would make the runner boy run from one end of Jerry World to the other.
Yeah, he's
Wait,
gonna
if that's a boy, wouldn't that be child abuse?
He's going to run from the pole.
Yeah.
That would be child abuse.
To the stage. Skippy Bayless said that Jerry World AT&T Stadium is a better stadium than Fenway Park and Yankee Stadium.
Get the hell out of here.
Hey, Skip, shut your yap. Fenway has been around a lot longer than that dump called
AT&T Stadium. AT&T Stadium has no tradition.
Fenway has tradition.
Correct.
They've had a Super Bowl.
Doesn't matter. Dallas Cowboys haven't played in the Super Bowl, have they?
Wait a minute, hold on. What, didn't Jerry Jones in 2010 make a guarantee to his fans that we were going to host our own Super Bowl?
Yes, he wanted the hosting of a Super Bowl, and he didn't get it.
So far, he's...
Okay, then let me ask you this. Why aren't Cowboy fans suing Jerry Jones for fraud?
Because he you know what? They should be suing him for fraud for the last 20 years because he's been lying to them for the last 20 years.
Being the chief attempt of a general manager.
Next
Ronnie's
quote.
getting a big laugh out of this. I'm LMFAO.
All right, here we go. Skippy Bayless said that he said my Boston Red Sox should continue tanking like the Philadelphia Sixers and New York Knicks do every year.
No comment because you know what? What a bandwagoner you are. Wow.
Jeff, anything?
Wow.
What a bandwagoner. What a bandwagoner.
The guy, he says that just because the Red Sox are having a bad year and da-da-da-da-da, this and that, he doesn't know a doggone thing about the Red Sox. And he flip-flops all the time. That's because he goes for the winners. That's why he's a bandwagoner.
Skippy Bayless said that the Jacksonville Jaguars should become the London Jaguars.
Oh, Frank, London Jaguars. What do you think of that?
I bet. Jackass.
And I'm sure, Jeff, you would not want to get up at 5 o'clock or in the morning to watch an NFL game. It's the London Jaguars hosting a football game.
Take the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, you know what I'm going to be doing while the London Jaguars are going to be playing?
Yeah.
What's that?
This is what I'm going to be doing. We're not going to hear it, but this is what I'm going to be doing. That's what I'm going to be doing.
And then Josh will be rise and shine, Josh Lopez. The London Jaguars are on television.
That's because I'm the glue and I have to watch this crap.
8 a.m. Oh, I'm sure, Frank, you'll be watching the games in London this year.
Hold on. Won't NFL teams complain? They'll have all the travel.
They complained about money. I'm sure they're going to not complain about.
I'm going to
going
call it now.
London.
I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think a team in London is going to happen because of the time difference.
Myth, that's funny. Why not put Bayless in the Middle East? See how fast he supports the U.S.?
There you go. There you go.
That's funny.
Skippy Bayless says there needs to be more politicians as presidents, not businessmen.
Keep it to sports.
He said he wants Jeb Bush to win the president.
Jeff, that's addressed towards you. What do you think?
He's an idiot.
Well, since he wants to make it non-sports.
The last thing we need is another Bush in the White House.
I agree with that.
Hey, okay, let me ask you this. Since he wants to make it non-sports, then fine, let's make it non-sports. You brought it up, Skip. We do need Donald Trump in the White House.
We don't need another Bush because look how bad W screwed up the country.
Dude, we need a guy. Listen, we need a guy that is not a phony. Donald Trump is anything but a phony. All these guys are up for president.
Here's the thing. Here's the way I look at it. I would like to leave politics out of it because we all have our own political beliefs.
And you know what? The one thing I liked about Donald Trump, he says, I can't be politically correct.
Bingo!
And that's exactly what we are here. We're not politically correct.
I'm not even going to think about the election until next year. Just wait till next year until things really pick up.
Next quote.
Skippy Bayless said that John is tired of them, isn't he?
No, that's all right. That's getting ready. Schmuck has to say.
All right, here we go. You're gonna love this, folks. Skippy Bayless said that my Baltimore Ravens. You didn't do the sound, Frank.
Oh, wait, I thought I did. Wait, you're confusing me. You said mine. I thought then you said
Get
my
off
Baltimore.
the beer. Pay attention. Just kidding.
Yeah, paying attention. Let's do it again. False start.
Right.
Do it again.
Skippy Bayless said that mine. I had to fix the quote. Skippy Bayless said that my Cleveland Browns would beat my Pittsburgh Steelers, my Cincinnati Bengals, and my Baltimore Ravens to become the 2015 AFC North Division champions.
Hey, Jeff, what do you think of that? That's with Johnny Manziel. Maybe with Ray Rice coming to the Browns.
And we got our NFL prediction show before NFL Real Talk returns. You guys are going to really know what the Browns' actual record will be this year.
I don't know.
Bastard.
I don't know.
I'm sure, Jeff, because he's all happy the Browns are going to be so good for Skippy.
Who's playing with tools in the background?
Frank, probably.
Tools. My tools are downstairs. My tool chest.
What the hell are you doing there? Playing with toys?
What the heck are you doing?
Dude, I'm sitting down. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what the heck are you doing?
What the heck am I doing? I'm talking to you guys. Enjoying it.
You just went to the bathroom. What do you expect?
Well, of course I just went. Dude, how about all these shocks with all these mice, too?
Skippy Bayless said that John Cena is not a man and that he would accept Seth Rollins' challenge by now. So let's say Skip Bayless broke his nose, Jeff. Do you think he would wrestle Seth Rollins?
I don't know.
Well, that's a great answer.
But it comes to you, Josh, because you're the wrestling person.
Yeah, I was just about to say Skippy can't handle fighting El Torito or any of the divas
El
from
Torito.
WWE.
And Frank, what do you think about all this prediction with the wrestling quotes that he says?
All I can say is, look, Bayless would lose to the Brooklyn Brawler.
Michael Hayes.
He would lose. Let's see. He would lose to Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle's not with the company anymore.
Dude,
Shabba, Cowboys Ravens skip sexual Super Bowl.
Nice.
No, it's more like Cowboys and Patriots. That's his sexual Super Bowl.
Well,
that ain't gonna happen. Will not happen.
What happened last year? He picked the Browns and the Cowboys at the very beginning to go to the Super Bowl.
Well, he was riding the Johnny Manziel bandwagon.
Yeah, never.
But Skip's AFC representative is the New England Patriots. Skippy Bayless said that Terrell Owens is not a Hall of Famer and Des Bryant is.
Oh, geez.
Already, he says Des Bryant is a Hall of Famer to be.
What do you think of that, Jeff?
That's a bunch of malarkey right there.
Des Bryant, Frank, going to the Hall of Fame already.
Des Bryant. Why does he just put the entire Dallas Cowboys roster? Hey, Jason Garrett's going to be a Hall of Famer. Well, let me ask you
Josh,
this.
Hall of Famer for Jason Garrett.
He's much of a Hall of Famer as John Gruden is, and John Gruden had a Super Bowl win.
Yeah, but even if you win one Super Bowl, doesn't make you a Hall of Famer as a head coach.
The last Skippy quote of the day is Skippy Bayless said that Super Bowl 50 should not be in Santa Clara, it should be in Dallas.
Figures! Jerry World.
Too bad, so sad.
Because Skippy probably believes that Jerry would handle the seating arrangements better than the last time Pittsburgh Green Bay played.
He's got a serious hard-on for Jerry Jones, man. Serious hard-on. Hey, we got
that in the stadium.
And that's the end of the Skippy quotes?
Yes, sir. We'll have more quotes for you tomorrow after our interview with Adam Klug.
And Skippy Bayless Bash Hour was brought to you by The Flipper. And coinky dinky enough, The Flipper is the advertiser for the next and final update. This update is brought to you by The Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and never, ever touch your toilet seat ever again with your hand. It's The Flipper, and it's at flipperflipper.com. Take it away, Josh Lopez, with the final update of the day.
Thank you, Jeff, Sean, and Frank. Welcome, everybody, to Sports World Radio on a Tuesday, August 11th. Right now, it's 6:30 in the Central, which makes it 7:30 in the East. I want to thank Josh Cooper for coming on the show today from Puck Daddy at Yahoo Sports to give his hockey perspective. You can follow me at Twitter at Joshua Cooper, and we'll have that interview available later on tonight. Let's take a look at scores while Frank is banging around with toys in the background. Let's see what we got here. Who the hell's making all the noise back there? A's up 1-0 against the Blue Jays. Indians up 1-0 against the Yankees. We got 3 0-0 games, and we have Interleague Palooza going on right now as the Braves take on the Rays. That's Interleague action. We've got Red Sox at the Marlins. That's Interleague action. Mets would take on the Rockies. Cubs against the Brewers. Texas at Minnesota. Detroit, Kansas City. Angels, White Sox. Pirates, Cardinals. Phillies, Arizona. Cincinnati, Padres. Baltimore, Seattle. Nationals, Dodgers. And then finally, another Interleague game. Houston at San Francisco. It was announced today that the 2016 NFL Draft will be held from April 28th to the 30th, as the NFL Draft will take place in Chicago, Illinois. And also, are we done here? The 2015 NBA schedule will be released tonight. This update has been brought to you by The Flipper. Go to flipperflipper.com. We'll be back with more Sports World Radio with Frank Sprankle, Jeff Escott, and Sean Mann.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration.
Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. We got Frank Sprankle on the line with us, and joining us now is my nephew, the little man who ain't so little no more, Ronnie. What's up, buddy?
Not much. What's going on, everybody?
Not much. Same old,
Good
pal.
to have you, Ronnie. Good to have you, buddy.
Good to be here.
So Ronnie is the big Dallas Cowboy fan of the family, him and his dad.
Sure are.
34 minutes after the hour, and it's good to see you there, Ronnie, on this August 11th, 2015.
It's good to be here.
So let me ask you this. Obviously, there are a lot of Cowboy fans that live in where you live, and that's Oklahoma, correct?
Correct.
All right, let me ask you this. How have you been to Jerry World?
Of course.
I don't know that. I gotta ask. How am I going to learn unless I ask?
It's a beautiful place.
Oh, God.
Let me ask you this.
Texas. You've been to Dallas a lot, Ronnie?
I have. I go there a lot.
It's just a short drive down I-35. How long? 2 hours down I-35?
2.5.
2.5.
Now, a question for both Ronnie and for Jeff. As you know, the Cowboys will be hosting the Giants on that Sunday night. You both have a bet worked out for that game.
Yep.
What's the wager?
There's a bet. What's this bet, Jeff, between the Giants and the Cowboys?
We'll figure it out. Don't worry. We always do.
Okay, Ronnie and
hey,
Frank,
you want to know how big of a Cowboy fan Ronnie is? When I was living in Kansas City doing the radio show out there, him and his dad drove from Oklahoma to Kansas City and went to the Kansas City Chiefs Dallas Cowboys game. And how long was that drive?
I don't remember. It's like a 10-hour drive.
10-hour drive to go to go to a Dallas Cow. Yeah, but they had ass-kicking seats, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, right behind the Dallas Cowboy bench.
Yeah.
Well, you know what my dad used to do? Let me tell you something. Here's what my dad and I used to do. Growing up here around Chicago, my dad would get tickets for a Cubs-Cardinals game in St. Louis. We would drive a good 4.5 to 5 hours to St. Louis and then drive back. And then these would be night games, too.
Really?
We never stayed in a hotel.
Yeah, they came to Kansas City. I got to see them. They came the night before. I got to hang out for a little bit. They went to bed. We woke up. I made them breakfast. They went to the game, and I never saw them again. So I got to see them for a total of maybe 2.5 hours.
What'd you do in 2.5 hours?
Hung out, bullshitted. That was about it. They went to bed. They woke up. We made breakfast, and they split. Yep. They went to the game, and I watched it on TV.
The trip of a lifetime for me, Ronnie, was, of course, this year back in May. I got to finally go to my first ever Red Sox game. You know what? Like I've always said, they may have lost the game, but it was still the best time of my life going to Fenway.
Yeah, well,
I will do that again.
You started the downward spiral.
I didn't start down. Yeah, I got your downward spiral right here. It was a great time.
Now, have you lived in Oklahoma City or in the state of Oklahoma? Have you lived there your entire life?
I have lived here for 10.5 years now.
Okay. How'd you become a Cowboy fan?
My dad.
Oh, nice. All the stories I'm sure he told you about the great Cowboys, maybe your Staubachs, your Tony Dorsetts. How about 44-0 Bears over the Cowboys from 1985?
He never told me that.
Well, I'm telling you now, the worst loss the Dallas Cowboys suffered in their history came against the Chicago Bears 30 years ago.
30 years ago, yeah. I wasn't even thought of 30 years ago.
Well, guess what? You weren't good thing you weren't here at the time.
Here it is 30 years later since the Bears' last Super Bowl. Anyway, 37 minutes after the hour on this Tuesday, How about this? I wanted to talk with you, Ronnie and Frank, about this story coming out that the Browns have discussed possibly bringing Ray Rice to their team. Your guys' thoughts about that? Jeff and I talked a little bit about it.
So, Ronnie, you want to go first, or should I?
Frank, go ahead. You go first.
Okay, all right, understand this. The Cleveland Browns have not been a successful franchise since they were reformed in 1999. It has been disappointment. It has been sadness. You go to Cleveland, your career is going nowhere. I mean, look at this. The Cleveland Browns, they need all the attention in the world. Now they have Johnny Manziel. Added to the likes of Ray Rice. My goodness. How much more drama do they need? They might as well sign Aldon Smith.
They might as well.
Ronnie, go ahead. What's your thoughts about this possibility of the Browns acquiring Ray Rice?
Okay, are you doing off the player, how he plays, or how he is as a person, what he's done in the past?
As a player, right now.
As a player right now, I think it'd be good for Cleveland. They need a good running back because they have just a quarterback.
Yeah, like Johnny Manziel is really going to help him.
If you had a good running back behind you, would you hand it off?
I don't think Johnny Manziel.
I'll say this. Listen, right? I'm going to say this. You can't depend on handing the ball off all the time. You need a quality quarterback. Yes, you can have a successful running back. You can have a guy in your backfield that can carry the ball for about 150 yards per game. But in the end, you need somebody to throw the football. I can't stress this enough.
Yeah, that's Dallas' problem.
True, the Browns need a quarterback that can lead them, and this has been an issue for them. And everybody thinks that eventually time is going to come when the Browns are going to say, Johnny Manziel, you're going to be the starting quarterback for the rest of your career for the Cleveland Browns. Fact is, we saw what happened last year when he started in 2 games for the Cleveland Browns in December. Now this whole discussion about bringing Ray Rice to the team is big. My biggest question with Ray Rice, the Browns bring him in, can he get back into shape? Will he be the player that we saw from the last few years, or is he going to get whacked and get hurt, not be in shape, maybe fumble the football a bunch of times? That's the biggest concern.
But my concern is, what is the 1-year layoff with all of the drama that he's been through? That's my concern there, Sean. How is he going to be able to come back and readapt to the National Football League 1 year after not playing, and on top of that, with all that Ray Rice had to deal with?
Yeah, that's a big point. And now here's another story. We go from one quarterback situation to another. Talked about this with Jeff and Frank and Ronnie. My biggest question is, the New York Jets are going to be dealing with the big quarterback situation, with Geno Smith being hurt and out 6 to 10 weeks over a dispute over $600 with a Jet player. Now they turn to Ryan Fitzpatrick. Your gentlemen's thoughts about that?
That's crazy.
Ronnie? I don't care about the Jets, so I don't really care. The Jets are pointless to me.
No, let me say this about the
pointless
Jets.
to you?
Pointless.
Yeah, pointless.
You know, make sure you bring your Xbox 360 out here, because when you come out here for Christmas, I'm going to play the Jets and I'm going to kick your ass.
Wait, I thought you don't even like video. Dude, I thought you don't even like video games.
I don't play. The only time I play video games is when my nephew's out here.
Oh, by the way, you have an Xbox 360? Hey, I got a PS4.
Yay.
Yeah, PS4. I got a PS4 and a Nintendo Wii.
This is what you're supposed to do to him, Ronnie. When he says something you don't like, you just go.
Okay, I got you.
Now to add to the Jets, okay, you're probably going to spit your tongue out and say, why are they pointless, Ronnie? I mean, what are you getting at there?
I just don't see why everybody makes such a big deal about the Jets.
I can tell you why.
Market
size. Market size. That's why. The division, the AFC East, they're in a division with the likes of obviously the New England Patriots.
Because they don't want the other team to leave them behind. That's in New York.
I am not a Giants fan, but the Giants are better than the Jets.
Well, historically, that is true.
Because the Giants have always been the older brother. They have been the team that has been dominant. They've won 4 Super Bowls. The Jets, you're talking about a team that has not been big since the days of Joe Namath. So you know that there's a lot of quarterback situations I've had to go with. Think about all the quarterbacks the Jets have gone through year after year. They always thought that Brett Favre could lead them. Look how bad that turned out. Look at Tim Tebow. He was there for a short time. Neil O'Donnell. They've had to go with a lot of quarterbacks. So I expect the Jets to be bad again this year, and a lot of people even said they'd be 8-8 or 7-9 or maybe 6-10. They just don't. They have the defense, but their quarterback is the major concern.
And they got a new head coach.
That's right.
New general manager. They've been through a devolving door of head coaches, of general managers. Enough. When is enough going to be enough? When are the New York Jets at long last going to have an identity? I mean, look at this. Let me ask you guys this about the New York Jets. They have not really had anybody to market off of that franchise since Joe Namath.
Correct.
They have not. Nobody has really come close to Joe Namath in terms of being a marketing icon associated with the New York Jets.
Correct.
And my biggest question before we go to the final commercial break, how well will Todd Bowles be? Think about it. He's the first-year head coach, comes from the Arizona Cardinals to coach the team. Rex Ryan gets fired. I think it's going to impact him because Todd Bowles, in my opinion, is not a head coach. He's more of a coordinator. So we'll see how well that goes. And on that note, guys, we have to go to commercial break.
All right, let's run to our final commercial break. You're listening to Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, Frank Sprankle, and my nephew Ronnie here on SportsWorldRadio.com. We'll be right back.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too. Don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to the final segment here on Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Final segment, like I said. Where we going, boys? Hey, you know what? During the commercial break, I was talking to these guys about Adrian Peterson, who got hurt in yesterday's practice, limped off the field, never to return again.
Hey, the breaking news, Jeff. Breaking news.
Breaking news. That's right. Adrian Peterson's hurt. Told you. Nobody listens to me. Everybody says I'm crazy.
Teddy, I like what you had said, Frank, a little bit. I can agree with you that Teddy Bridgewater, if Adrian Peterson is out for a significant amount of time, Teddy Bridgewater would not be bad at quarterback. He was pretty impressive last year, so he realizes that this is going to be like a big adjustment for him to be a good quarterback to lead the team. The Vikings know they really haven't been the same since Brett Favre lost the NFC Championship game. And I agree with you too, Ronnie. It's going to be interesting with the Vikings.
And here's another thing, too. Teddy Bridgewater's got to improve because, look, you got to give maybe a quarterback somewhat the benefit of the doubt after 1 year. Being forced to step into a starting role, learning the playbook. I mean, that's what it comes down to, gentlemen. If you look at an NFL playbook versus a college playbook, there is definitely no comparison. The NFL, the playbook is way more complex than what you go through in college. Now, Teddy Bridgewater, he's got to improve this year. Good season his rookie year, has to get better.
And, of course, Ronnie, your thoughts, too, about other things you can expect from the Vikings?
I don't know. We're just going to see when the season starts. You can't just say anything. You got to see how it starts, yeah.
All right, the next story I want to get to, since we are 48 minutes past the hour, I want to talk about one team in Major League Baseball that continues to be on an unbelievable roll. We mentioned it in the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour. That would be the Toronto Blue Jays. Here's a team that is red hot. They're winning right now against Oakland as we speak. Frank, I believe the Blue Jays can honestly win the American League East. If you look at that team and you look at all the moves they made, Blue Jays are a dangerous team to play right now.
I'll tell you this, Sean. If you take a look at the Toronto Blue Jays and even the New York Mets with the Cespedes trade, arguably I have to say Toronto, above all else, is the team that has definitely been the winners at the trading deadline. Now, going back to the Troy Tulowitzki deal, which Troy Tulowitzki, him leaving the Colorado Rockies a year ago, you couldn't fathom that happening, but sure enough, it has. It has worked wonders. And understand this too, Sean. We should be talking about the fact here that if you take a look at all of the teams in Major League Baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays have now the longest playoff drought, considering that the Royals did make it to the playoffs last year. They made it to the World Series, but Toronto has the longest drought now. And if you take a look at the Blue Jays since 1993, they haven't really been close in terms of being divisional contenders, but they are now.
Frank, I honestly think this, too, and Ronnie, I'll get your input about the Blue Jays, too. I honestly think, gentlemen, that this has been great for baseball. Think about what we've seen. We've seen the Orioles. They ended their 15-year drought in 2012. You remember, Frank, they took the Yankees to 5 games. The Pittsburgh Pirates, they ended 21 years of misery. And now, could we possibly see the Blue Jays, a team that finally ends it? This is great for this is great for baseball, to see these teams that haven't been to the postseason in a long, long time making it. Ronnie, what's your thoughts?
I personally think the Blue Jays are the best team in baseball right now. I think they could go to the World Series and win it.
Well, do you know that the Blue Jays and the Chicago Cubs are the 2 hottest teams in baseball right now?
Yeah. And Frank, I give props to the Chicago Cubs and the job they've done.
Oh, how can you not? And it really stems from who is in the dugout. Joe Madden is the reason why this team is where they are now. Yes, you need the talent, and you do have the talent really starting to emerge and take form with the Cubs. But you need the right manager for this young talent. Joe Madden is experienced. He has his own method of doing things. Sometimes it can be tough. I mean, that's been the case with Starlin Castro, who was benched last week. I'm telling you, Joe Madden, who wins the manager of the year from the National League? I don't know, but Joe Madden's definitely got to be somewhere at the top.
It's got to be Joe Madden. You know, Toronto in the last 10 games are 9-1, and so are the Cubbies.
9-1. And, of course, and here's another thing, too. They swept away the defending World Series champion, the San Francisco Giants.
Which means that with the Giants, that really could hurt them a lot. The only way I look at it is this. If the Giants want to have a chance to make the playoffs, I think it has to come down to overtaking the Dodgers in that National League West division.
Yeah, because they ain't going to catch the wild card, the Giants. They're 3.5 behind the freaking Cubs.
Yeah, Chicago's the team that nobody wants to play right now in the National League, and the Mets are the other team that nobody wants to play too. The team that is starting to drop a bit and starting to take a dip would be the New York Yankees. They are losing right now 2-0 to the Indians. Getting swept by the Blue Jays really has hurt the team a lot. Frank, that's why I said the Yankees will eventually get on a losing streak, and we're seeing it right now as we speak.
And here's the thing, too. The New York Yankees really weren't expected to do much this year. It seemed that with the Baltimore Orioles and where they have been the last couple of years, including last year, it seemed that many people thought Baltimore was going to have that division locked up, but that hasn't been the case. The Yankees, I don't think where the Yankees are right now, that should be an accomplishment within itself, shouldn't it? We didn't expect the Yankees to be at this position.
We didn't expect them to be in this position, but I still, like I've pointed out, they're still not a team that's going to win the World Series. They don't have the pitching.
That's pitching, exactly.
Yeah, Sabathia's not the best. And if you're the Yankees, you're afraid of playing Toronto. The Blue Jays are 7-2 this year against them. And that sweep for the Blue Jays to go into New York was huge. That was more on the Blue Jays than it was the Yankees. The Yankees only had one run for the entire weekend series. Go ahead, Ronnie.
Nah, y'all keep going at it. This is fun for me.
Oh, this is fun. So you
Your
just want
thoughts
to be a
about
spectator.
Ronnie, your thoughts about the Yankees and the way they're playing right now? On a bit of a slump, 4-6 in the last 10 games.
That's how the Yankees should be. Nobody, I don't
like it. Yep.
That's the way the Yankees should be.
Hey, Ronnie, who's your favorite MLB team?
Cincinnati, and they're sucking this year.
No, that boy, aren't they sucking?
They traded Johnny Cueto, their best pitcher.
Well, what are you expecting? Johnny Cueto's in a better place. He's with a contender in the Kansas City Royals.
Ronnie, don't feel bad. I'm a Red Sox fan. I know how you feel. They've sucked this year, and it's been very frustrating.
But it's been like that for us for like 3 years. It's been 3 years since they've made the playoffs.
Oh, yes, and I know for Red fans, that had to be pretty frustrating, having like, what, a 2-0 lead, and they had a chance to finish off the Giants, and then the Giants won 3 straight. And I know that's painful memories.
But this must hurt you to see potentially 3 NL Central teams in the postseason. And that's what you, for face fact, the St. Louis Cardinals are going to win that division. No question about it. The Cardinals, they got that division locked up. But you may have in that one-game playoff the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs playing in it.
For a team... Oh, go ahead, Ronnie.
I see the Pirates winning that game, too.
For a team that in the American League that has really, really improved, that would be the Kansas City Royals. They have been the hottest team, too, winning 4 straight games. They sit at 67-44. Could we see the Royals back in the Fall Classic? I'm going to say yes. What's your guys' thoughts about the Royals?
I think they're eager to win the Fall Classic. And here's another theme, too. They a mission this year. They're on a mission, yes, to get back to the World Series and win, but also to prove to everybody that this Kansas City Royal team, a team that had terrible seasons year in and year out, pretty much going back to 1985, they have to prove that this is not a fluke, and sure enough, it is not a fluke.
And I have to agree. I have to think that for the Royals, a team that went to the World Series and shocked the whole world last year by going there and having the tying run 90 feet away, I think this year is more important than last year. I think it's a World Series or bust for the Kansas City Royals. And, Jeff, I think you would agree with me about that. Look where they're at right now. And they're finally thinking, we can finally put the Tigers to bed and win the American League Central, because I'm sure everybody's been tired of the Detroit Tigers winning the American League Central.
Well, Kansas City's up by 12 games over Minnesota right now. It's their division. It's their division to lose.
There's no way the Royals can lose. There's no way they're going to blow the American League Central. They've got this thing won, and I would still be very careful to take them on because, like you said, Frank, they're on a mission because they want that championship last year because that was a painful fall.
Hey, guys, let me ask you this question. Do you think everybody in the Show Me State is thinking of something that happened 30 years ago?
I think we're inches away from it. I think it's possible we see Kansas City and St. Louis and Don Denkinger. I wonder what he'll be thinking if that happens in October, possibly going into November.
Cardinals and Royals potentially?
Yes.
Show Me Series 2. They were hoping for it last year, but it didn't happen.
I wonder how Don Denkinger really would feel about that. Because I've seen documentaries about that, about how he screwed up on a call as umpire and how he got massive threats from St. Louis Cardinal fans after screwing up the call that cost the Cardinals the World Series.
Well, let me use this example. Maybe he would feel the same way Bill Buckner did in 2004 because when the Red Sox went to the World Series in 2004, and you know what I'm talking about here, Sean. Bill Buckner did not watch the World Series games. He tried to watch Game 1, but in the Fox pregame show, they showed the infamous error on the part of Buckner, and from that point on, he didn't watch it. He didn't even see the final out in Game 4.
In Game 4, during that Red Sox-Cardinal game, throughout, they're talking about it, Joe Buck and Tim McCarver were talking about the whole, history about the tough losses that, as a Red Sox fan, that I had faced. That was one of the things that they showed, and I said, I can't blame Buckner for not watching the World Series because it's too frustrating because, remember, we should be apologizing to them and his family because the Buckners got treated with crap for 18 years. He was in like what Jeff would say, baseball prison by Red Sox fans for 18 years because of a stinking blunder. You know,
Yep.
and it can happen when the ball goes right between your legs.
You sure can. Hey, you know something? On that note, we got to get the flock out of here. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us today. We had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Remember, we'll be back again tomorrow, so join us then. Until then, my friends, remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable.
Amen.
For Sean Mann, Josh Lopez, Frank Sprankle, Ronnie, and Josh Cooper, I'm Jeff Eskow. This has been Sports World Radio.
Bye, and have a great evening.
Shut up, Skip.
Shut up, Skip.
Hey, boys, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, kid. So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over. See you next time.
Next time? When's that?
Pretty soon. Don't worry.
Pretty soon? How long is that?
In a little while, man.
Goodbye, folks. Goodbye, folks.